Hi everyone, welcome to my studio. I am Natasha. I am an imaginative realist painter. I am new to YouTube, so if you like anything that I'm going to be saying here, please feel free to support my channel. As you can see, I'm off to humble beginnings. Anyhow, without further ado, welcome to my studio. I wanted to really, at the moment, I'm really getting into the importance of telling the story behind my art. So what I wanted to do is just quickly go over a couple of things that I'm working on in the studio and just tell you the reasons why. Because as you can see, the sort of art that I make, it really does tell a story. It's narrative, it's symbolic, it's not just there to be a pretty picture. So I really wanted to get more and more comfortable with telling the stories behind my art. So first one I'm working on, well, the first one that I completed in this little mini series is this one here. These two artworks are for I did especially for an exhibition with Wow X Wow, Wow Times Wow. I still don't know which one is right. Somebody comment and tell me. With the gallery in Scotland. It's founded and curated by Tim McLean, who is an awesome artist himself and a fantastic curator, and he has curated the work of some of my favorite artists over the last few years since he started the gallery. I think it was mid-2016, somewhere thereabouts. And also, I don't have anything fancy going on here, guys. You're going to hear cars drive past. I apologize. The theme of the show is undercurrents, and I straight away, when Tim let me know that the theme of the show was undercurrents, this image popped into my head. I apologize because the quality of this image, I know on my camera, and I'm on an iPhone 6, I think I'm filming this, so I am not on the highest tech gear that is available to us today. So I will have to maybe see if I can pop an image of the actual artwork there for you, because this doesn't do it any justice, because I had to look through the lens. It looks pretty bad. This is the first artwork that just straight away popped into my head when I heard the name, the theme Undercurrents. And the name of this painting is Beneath. This painting is really deeply symbolic to me. I used to, when I was a teenager, draw this sort of stuff all the time. I didn't have the rendering skills and the technical skills that I have today, but I used to draw this sort of stuff all the time, really kind of moody, eerie sea creatures, half one thing, half the other, hybrid type, very kind of melancholic, very kind of moody, very deep and dark and mysterious. There's one in particular, I'll see if I can find the image, where you can actually go down, and I was trying to do an illustration of going down through all of my levels of my subconscious as you go deeper and deeper into the sea. I think it was a colored pencil drawing and on like dark cardboard. Anyway, very much had a very less refined but look and feel to this work. So this thing is really deeply personal to me. A few reasons, a few inspirations behind the work. One, it's my, these sorts of emotions that I had since I was a child that I've found are now coming back to me. Of late, my dad passed away late last year, so only a couple of months ago now, and it's brought up a hell of a lot of emotion, which is to be expected, I suppose. So, and obviously, water is symbolic of emotion, of deep emotion, of the subconscious, of feeling. And I'm actually, my astrological sign is Pisces, so water, I'm very connected to water. I am constantly in and around and near the water. I put water on my skin all day, every day, because I live in a very hot climate. I feel very connected to the water, and the water is very much representative of my sort of character. This painting is deeply symbolic of emotion, so the overwhelming amount of emotion that has come up for me lately, that I feel like I'm quite literally drowning in. The thing is about this work, so I really wanted to create something that was kind of dark and moody, but I also wanted it to be really beautiful at the same time. I wanted it to be a darkness, like there's this kind of darkness of the water, and she's coming up to the surface, but it's not as simple as dark and light, and you know, bad and good and that kind of thing, because for me the darkness is just as beautiful as the light, just as important as the light, metaphorically, symbolically, physically, everything. I'm a huge moon person. I love the moon. I prefer the moon to the sun kind of thing. So that's my energy. And I see beauty in both. So what I wanted to portray here was this kind of deep, dark undercurrent, this kind of, this depths of the ocean. You know, she kind of turns into this kind of weird kind of serpent eel-like sea creature as we go down. I didn't want her to be a pretty kind of siren or anything like that. So there's this dark underbelly, and as she comes up to the water, you see the colors kind of starting to lighten where the light starts to hit, and then you go from cool to that warm contrast. So above the surface of the water, you see that warm, bright, kind of, it almost kind of looks like dusk or dawn type of light. One of the other things that's really important, so that's kind of that visual contrast that I'm playing with as well, is that two worlds. So she's caught between two worlds. The other thing, and possibly the most important aspect, that may not be immediately kind of evident to the viewer here, is that she is a creature of the sea, but she's coming up to the surface of the water and gasping for air. So she is a kind of living contradiction. She lives in the water, but she can't fully survive in the water. And that is really how I feel sometimes with my own emotion, with my own creativity. I'm a very feeling, as an artist, as a woman, as so many things, as a Pisces, as so many things that I am. I'm a very feeling, as a Middle Eastern, half Middle Eastern, half Russian, half American, half Australian, half, oh my god, I've also discovered I have Palestinian roots. I've discovered I had Ukrainian roots. So the hyphens are getting ridiculous now with my identity. But as this person, this being that I am, I'm a deeply feeling creature, and I find it to be just as more of a blessing than a curse, because as an artist you need this, you need to feel. You are a vessel for emotion, you're a conductor of emotion, you're a receiver and a conductor of it. And I firmly believe that that's part of our role as artists in the world. So I'm grateful for it, but sometimes it can be really hard to also manage and to live in and to feel safe in, feeling all of that emotion all the time. So yeah, so that is, without going into, you know, too much boring detail, that is this artwork that's called Beneath, and that is the first of the two that I created for this exhibition. The second is this one here, which you can probably see a little bit better on the video. Same kind of thing as you can see, so same thing about sea creature, painting myself. These are obviously both self-portraits. As a sea creature, here you can't see her body, but I wanted to communicate the same kind of message. So instead of giving her the body of a sea creature, I gave her this kind of, she's got the same kind of weird discoloration, kind of, you know, scales or whatever it might be, eel-like skin that kind of starts to come through the skin. And she's got tendrils, kind of octopus, squid-like, actually. I want it to be more like squid-like tendrils for hair. And she's coming up, and once again I said I'm a big lover of the moon. The moon is ruled by the water is ruled by the moon. Once again, coming back to my femininity, my Piscean, you know, sign, everything like that. And very much the same message. She's also gasping for air, but this one looks like a little bit more, it's got a slightly different feel, at least in my opinion. She's coming to the surface of the water for air, but this time it's more like she's taking a breath, like it's almost like a little bit of therapy from the moon. She's taking that energy from the moon, and she's feeling a relief when she comes to the surface, and where those two worlds meet once again, that underwater world and the above water world. There's that sense of comfort and that glow of the moon that kind of gives her a little bit of reprieve from the weight of the emotion of the underwater. But very, very similar, both of them, in meaning and personal meaning. So I won't go into too much more detail about these two works, but you can check them out now. So the exhibition's running between now. It started on the 23rd of, no, sorry, it goes until the 23rd of February. It started on the 2nd of February. So depending on when you're seeing this video, it is currently on show. Otherwise you can head to my website, and I'm going to put both of the links in my bio. But thank you so much for stopping by. Like I said, I am brand new here on YouTube, so I probably have whereas as of you watching this video, I'm probably still in my single digits. I would say definitely, because I started this only a couple of weeks ago, and given everything that's been going on, it's been a little bit hard for me to get more than 3-4 videos up. So this is the first time that I have actually been in a position to be able to throw myself into my art full time, and I am taking the bull by the horns. So I'm here to discuss all these things. I just love philosophy in general. I love to just talk about emotion, and I love to talk about it in my work, and I want to convey that on my channel. So come in, join the journey. Please like and subscribe to support my journey. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.